Hello and welcome to another edition of Sidings. Now, I'm in Brighton at the Laughing Dog Cafe and I'm delighted to be joined by John Penfold. John, wonderful to see you. Now, John, you were heavily involved with the market, weren't you, in Steyning? And I understand you brought some goodies for us to have a look at as well.
That's right, yeah.
So what was it? What was your capacity in the market? What was it you actually did?
Well, basically, I used to buy and sell poultry, basically.
Right.
I also portered for them, which means that you sort of look after goods coming in to the market and sort of number them up for the auctioneers on a sheet so that they can then write the name of the buyer on it, and then it goes away to the office.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in some times I will be a slip runner and just take the slips from the auctioneer to the office. But the porter's job mainly was to deliver the goods that people have bought to them and make sure there was no mistakes made where the wrong item was taken by the wrong person.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the corner of my eye. I can see you've got some very interesting looking goodies down there that you've brought along to show us. Can we take a look at them? Is that
Sure.
right?
Remarkably, I've managed to save all these market bills.
These. So these are fantastic. Look at these. So made out to Mr. Penfold from H.J. Burton Son. Lot 660, one off, sold for 3 and 6 on the 7th of the 6th, 1967. Now, you've split these up here, haven't you, John? What's
That's
the reason
right.
for the split?
Well, when I initially started going to the market, we were dealing with auctioneers H.J. Burton.
Right.
Then a retirement occurred by Mr. Kenwood, who was one of the principal auctioneers. And at that stage, another auctioneering firm called Churchman's basically became involved with Burt's and became Churchman Burton Son.
Right, so we've actually got... Oh, well, that's cool. So they've actually used the H.J. Burton Son stationery and just stamped it Churchman Burton Son.
That's right, until such time
as we get Churchman Burton Son
printed.
So we've gone from 1967. Is the oldest one you've got is 67, is that?
Oh, yes.
Beautiful. Look at that, stamped H.J. Burton Sons and then signed as authentic. Those are fantastic.
Yes,
absolutely
if I
fantastic,
just
John.
Flick through 2 and 3 and 6 at 1 and 9. They were probably chickens. This one is a bit more explicit. 10 hens at 40 pence.
5 hens at 48 pence. So your total spend was £6.40. Churchman Burton Sons, Steyning, Sussex, and at Horsham and Billingshurst. That's absolutely wonderful.
This was for eggs and plants.
Eggs and plants. Oh, look at that. Bought at Steyning Market.
I believe the top one is honey.
Oh, right.
With an A.
They literally did sell everything at Steyning Market, didn't
5 dozen at 3 and 7 pence. 5 dozen at 3 and a penny. 10 dozen at 3 and a penny. And then various types of
plants underneath that.
Where I've written what they were, so I couldn't know, because I used to take those to the local greengrocer.
Excellent.
For some of my gardening clients.
Lovely. Those are fantastic, John. So I can see... What else have you brought us? I can see the word first. It looks like a certificate.
These are prize cards.
Oh, look at those. Steyning Old Market, the Christmas Dead Poultry Show. 16th of December 1975. So these were awarded to you for
the actual
poultry. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
I think you'll find that 75. The others are...
You've got 75. You've got second prize in 74.
Yeah.
And you also got third prize in 75.
Yeah, they were for turkeys, if I remember rightly. That one was for a goose.
Oh, wow. So you literally had the prize goose. You were literally selling the prize goose
Yeah.
at Christmas.
Yeah. And then
Wonderful.
to elaborate on this, unfortunately, I haven't kept those. I lost them because they were in a book I loaned to somebody, which was never returned. I had them inside the fly leaf. But I actually won first prize cockles and first prize turkey live at the last live poultry show in 1969.
Wow.
Unfortunately, because of a fowl pest outbreak, they were unable to hold live poultry shows in the ongoing years, and by the time the regulations have been lifted, the market had actually ceased. So I've got the best live turkey prize, and it can't be taken off me because there was never an opportunity.
Never another one.
Yeah. Would you like the little tale about the painting in the furniture sale?
It sounds intriguing.
Yeah. Well, one day I was asked to porter at the furniture sale, and I was put on the upper floor of the market building to help out at the secondary quality furniture sale. And I spied a gentleman who was looking at some paintings which had been thrust on the floor and discarded quite nonchalantly, and they were knotted up as one pile of old paintings. But he picked out this one particular oil which looked like basically mud.
Right.
And went through my mind, I wonder what he can see in that. And then he turned to me and said, I can't make the auction, but will you purchase this lot for me? You can go up to, I believe it was £10 for it, which in the sort of late 60s was quite a sum of money. And I subsequently managed to buy the lot for him for about £7 10 shilling, or £7.50 in today's money. So the following market day, bearing in mind the furniture sale I believe was on a Friday, so the following Wednesday I went to market as usual, and one of the clerks said to me, oh, Mr. X has left an envelope for you. So I thought, oh, thank you very much. Took the envelope and opened it, and it duly had a 10 shilling note in it. Now, again, a 10 shilling note was quite a generous gratuity, in speaking at the time. I mean, in today's terms, you would probably be thinking in terms of a £10 note. So he obviously had a very good buy there. And I've always been intrigued after cleaning what that canvas revealed.
Sadly, we'll never know.
No, we never know. And I do believe the man was quite a bona fide art dealer. So he obviously latched onto something.
It could have been a lost Monet, we'll never know.
That's
John, I can't help noticing as well, you've got some little boxes down here. Do you want to tell us a little bit about these?
Yes, certainly. They are actually medals that were given to my uncle, who worked in Horsham Station. He was the first aider there, and this is for his work and voluntary service as the first aider at Horsham Station. And as you can see from them, he was involved with that over a long period of time.
Oh, yeah, so we've got the 7 years medal, and then, wow, look at this one. This has got an awful lot on it. I'm holding them like this, I don't want them to fall out.
14 years.
So we've got 7 years, 14 years, and then we've got lots of different bars on this one. 21, 25, 30, 35, and 40 years. What a beautiful little medal. Look at that. Southern Railway, Centre of St John Ambulance Association. That's amazing. So he was obviously involved with them for a long time if he's got his 40
basically, the family were quite heavily involved with the railways. His father was a boilermaker in Brighton Engine Works, and he obviously ensured that his sons got positions on the railway. So most of the brothers were put into the actual engine works, where they used to repair and build the engine.
Mm-hmm.
And then this particular brother, Robert, he became in some capacity worked at Horsham Station. I believe that was sort of like controlling the flow of traffic, etc., etc. I was never told much about what he did, because when we used to stay with him in Horsham, he'd go off to work at 8 o'clock on his bicycle and return at 5 o'clock, but he never said much about his work.
Right.
However, when the sort of steam ceased in Sussex, he got a transfer to the Isle of Wight, and until the Isle of Wight railway went over to electricity and was severely slashed back to one line, he was virtually second in command of the railway on the Isle of Wight.
Wow, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And also, during the war, his team of first aiders won a national prize, for which they were presented with prizes, and that was by the Duke of Gloucester.
Oh, right. So actual full sort of national recognition for what they'd done.
Right. Well, my grandfather, because of the war effort in the Second World War, was asked to work beyond retirement age. So he was well in his 70s and still helping to keep the railway running during the war. And this engine had to come in for repair, and they needed it urgently. So he climbed into the front of the engine. You open a little door.
Absolutely.
He climbed into the front of the engine, and it's always believed in the family that he'd just returned from a liquid luncheon at the local hostelry. And the residual heat in the engine caused him to swell, and he couldn't exit the engine after doing the repair.
So
they had to leave him there until he sort of contracted, and then they could remove him from the engine.
Good heavens. The dangers of a liquid lunch, eh?
Yeah. So that's always been a family tale, if you know what I mean.
John, it's been absolutely fantastic talking to you. Thank you so much for coming to meet us and for bringing your amazing memories and artefacts.
That's fine, anytime.